This is Shawn Irwin, your youth director with Darts Ontario, and welcome to episode 32 of Darts Ontario Let's Talk Darts. I want to talk to our youth players from past and present to see how they got into darts and their story to help inspire youth dart players of today. Thank you to our sponsor, SSS Canada, for all their support in the Darts Ontario organization. Go to their Facebook page to see the high quality custom dart shirts, which you can order for your team or individually. Today, I'm with Denver Jones, formerly of the Merritton Youth Dart League and two-time Ontario Youth member. Thank you so much, Denver, for coming on and doing an episode of Darts Ontario Let's Talk Darts. And how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Shawn. How are you doing?
Doing well. It's been a long time since we saw it, some youth events, but glad you're still playing darts.
Yep, of course. Yeah, no, it's been a while, but still playing darts.
So let's talk about how did you get started playing darts and how old were you?
I believe I was 11 years old when I started playing darts, and my uncle Bruce Davey got me into darts. I mean, if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be playing. But no, yeah, he got me going when I was around 10, and then around 11 is when I really started actually playing, and that's when I played in like my first zone shoot and stuff.
I guess he's the one that got you to inspired you to play competitively.
Yep, definitely. I looked up to him. I wanted to be like him, shoot like him, make Team Ontario.
Well, Bruce has done amazing in darts. The dart community sure know a lot about Bruce, and he's been around playing a lot of darts and been to nationals a few times.
Oh yeah, he has.
So tell us about your experience playing in the Merritton Youth Dart League.
It was good. Honestly, I remember when it first started, my uncle didn't actually run the league. It was a guy named Brian, and we had like 4 or 5 people in it, and that was about it. But it was good because we would go get together every Sunday, and we would play darts for about like 5 hours, and it was good. We would always be throwing darts, even though there was only 4 or 5 of us, but it was good.
Well, that league turned into be a wonderful league with lots of players and a lot of players that went to nationals as well.
Oh yeah, it's had a lot of people make Team Ontario. I can tell you that right now.
Especially this year with 3 of the players from the Niagara League all made the team, but too bad we weren't able to go to nationals.
I know that's really unfortunate for them because I know all 3 of them would have loved it.
Yeah. So how often did you practice as a youth during the season, and did you play during the off season?
Yeah, I practiced every day for about an hour, 2 hours. I would always come home from school, and the first thing I would do is just throw darts for an hour or 2 hours before anything else, and just keep practicing doubles. That was my biggest thing, is doubles. Just get down to a double, hit it.
Well, the reason why I do these interviews is to help inspire the youth dart players of today. And if this is what they want, if that's their goals, they have to do what you do and everybody else to get to nationals. And that's play a lot and practice.
Yep.
Now,
a lot of practice.
Oh, for sure. Now, practicing isn't as fun as a real game, but you're alone at the house. How do you make practicing fun so you stay on the board?
I always played poker darts, even by myself. I would literally just get a deck of cards and kind of like make it like a poker hand, kind of. I would deal 4 hands, and I would have to go for that double, and I would take turns hitting each hand. And like, I don't know, it was fun to see which hand would finish first. And then that way I would practice all my doubles by myself. So
I did something similar to that, and I would have brackets and see what double I can hit more and see who would win. And it was a fun little game. So
yeah, no, I like that. Yeah.
Now, how do you prepare yourself before a big match, getting yourself focused?
I would honestly just put headphones in and not talk to anyone. I would just throw darts for 5 minutes before the match. That was about it. I wouldn't really warm up too much. I would just get a little bit in, feel good, and then save all my darts for the real match.
Well, during the actual real match, darts is a very emotional game, and you can't have the headphones on. How do you stay focused and control those emotions during the game?
I try not to look at the other people's score. Obviously, it's hard, but that's one of the biggest thing I had to overcome to like shoot better is I would always stare at their score. And I learned over time to like not care about what they shoot and just focus on my game. And that was like the biggest thing. And not looking at people in the crowd, obviously behind me, because my eyes would wander and then I wouldn't think about darts. And so it was kind of hard to overcome that. But after a while, I kind of got used to it and just focused on me at the board instead of other people.
Well, that's a good advice because it's so easy to get distracted.
Oh, very, very, especially when someone's chanting or something or tells you to shoot this or that and you're going for something else and they're like, no, why'd you shoot that? And you're in the middle of a game and you're like, but.
So what's the best part of competing for you and what's the most important thing about darts?
Honestly, just having fun. If I'm not having fun, then there's no point in doing it. Like, I get the competing part. I love to win and I don't want to lose, but if I'm not having fun, then it's not really worth it. But I always enjoy it and I always have a blast with everyone I play with. So,
well, we know we don't always win all our games. And, when you're in a bracket to try and make the knockout round, you lose one or two matches, you have to stay focused. And how have you been to do that, and staying focused for the next match?
Not thinking about who I'm playing next, honestly, because I know a lot of people will be like, oh, so-and-so is playing this person. You have to play the winner next. Like, I try not to think about that. Just, like I said, just focus on me. Don't worry about who you're playing. Play the board, play your darts.
Good advice. So let's look at some of your results as a youth player with Darts Ontario. So thanks to our website, there's a lot of great information for the recent years. So in 2010 and 2013 at the zones, you finished joint third. In 2015 as a senior, you finished first in your zone. And in 2017, you finished second. Now let's talk about provincials. In 2013 was the first year that you actually made the knockout round. And this was your year as you beat your teammate Austin Young in the semifinals, then your other teammate Dylan Wall in the finals to take the junior male singles champion. Tell us about that provincials and your match against Austin to secure that spot on Team Canada or Team Ontario, and then facing Dylan in the finals.
That was like probably the hardest match of my life, honestly, going up against Austin. That's when I was like, he's good, I'm good. Me, him, and Dylan would always play darts literally every day before provincials. So it was even harder mentally, just like going up against him. But I didn't really talk to him before the match. And then honestly, coming up to the match, I just drank water, I stretched, and I didn't really talk to him. And I kind of just focused on the board, threw my darts and got a lead, and I went with it.
And then in the finals, playing Dylan.
That one was a lot easier. Honestly, there was no nerves for that. I wanted to win, and I did win, but it was just fun playing with Dylan, one of my best friends in the finals, and making the team with him. I was just excited. I think I shot a 7 and I was really excited. I believe I shot a 7 and I tried to pump the crowd up. So it was good. I really enjoyed it.
Now, are you still playing darts at all with Dylan and Austin?
Not Austin so much, but Dylan, he hasn't really played darts much since COVID, but he's played a couple times with me since, but that's about it.
Well, before talking about nationals, your next provincials in 2014, I hate to bring this up, but you win the whole province the year before, but this time you made the top 16, and this time Dylan Wall got the better of you. Take us back to that match, knowing you both made Team Ontario the year before and you fell in the top 16. What advice would you give to the youth in this heartbreaking situation?
Honestly, it's so hard to play one of your best friends like that in a top 16 match. And you can't really let it get the best of you, because sometimes it does. And you can't think better or worse of them if they beat you or that. You just have to be thankful and cheer them on. Like, Dylan beat me and I was still there for him. I marked his next match when he played Chad in top 8, and I just supported him. I was upset, obviously, but I just supported him and was cheering him on to hopefully he made Team Ontario again.
It's great sportsmanship and helping out. And, we may be the champion one year, the next year it could be completely different.
Yep.
So in 2015 at Provincials, Your first year as a senior, you won 2 big knockout games against Caleb Durham and Doug Antone to make Team Ontario again. In the final, Michael DeGroot hit his double first to win the title. How was the feeling of making it back on stage?
It was good. I liked it. I felt like I was home to like be back on Team Ontario again, and it was really nice. Like the people I had to beat out that year to make it was really hard, especially Doug. I believe Doug made it the year before, right? I
believe so.
Or I believe so.
Right around
and
there.
I knowing him and the way he shoots and the way Caleb shoots, I didn't take anything lightly making it all the way to the finals. It was hard matches all the way through. But then once again got to the finals and just kind of was totally relaxed and just extremely happy to finally make it again.
Well, getting into the senior level, so many great senior players and so many have made the team as well before. Okay. So in 2016, you made it to the round of 16 to face Austin Young as he took that match and he finished second that year. Your final year as a youth, you fell in the top 8. You had some great matches over the years of provincials. Any other highlights you can share with us playing provincials or anything we haven't touched on?
I think the one thing I'd say about provincials, the one thing I'd be my proudest moment was my first years when I was an adult and I played the blind draw, the youth blind draw, and I got draw with Jason Farnan, and me and him ended up actually winning it. And that was the first time I ever won it, the first year I was an adult.
Wow, that's great because there's a lot of competition. You're playing Bruce Davey, you're playing some great players.
Oh yeah, I actually think we might have knocked him out too. I think we did.
I'm sure that was a good feeling.
Oh yeah, beating him's not easy.
Yeah. So let's talk about nationals. Going back to 2013, you went to St. John's, Newfoundland to compete at nationals. In singles, you finished joint third, but in doubles, Dylan Wall and you took the junior male Canadian doubles championship. Tell us about the overall experience at your first nationals and winning the doubles title.
Honestly, it was pretty overwhelming. Just like even going there, like I remember getting to the airport in Toronto, we stayed the night and then we flew out to St. John's the next day. And it was just honestly overwhelming getting there, spending a day in Newfoundland, going to see everything. It was just amazing. And then playing the darts against some of the best people in Canada was beyond amazing. And it was good. I remember in the doubles, me and Dylan just stuck together. We said, we got this. We knew we were going to win from the beginning. And that's what we did, honestly. We just kept each other up and we both shot great.
All right, you did amazing. And tell us about the experience of the team building while you're over there.
That was really good, actually. I remember the first day we were there, we played a mystery game and we all had to dress up as different like characters. It was like a murder mystery game Marjorie had for us as a team bonding experience. And that was the first night. And it honestly got us all so close and just made friends that I never thought I would make.
It's memories forever, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So in 2015, you were back at Nationals, which was held very close to your home in St. Catharines. How was this experience being in your second Nationals?
That one, I had a lot more confidence going into it because I knew a lot of the people that were playing for the other provinces at that point, kind of. So I felt a little more confident, but I didn't really show it. I didn't shoot the best. I felt a little more relaxed because I was at home. I had more people watching me than I would have. I just wasn't kind of in my right headspace to play darts.
But in the end, you were a part of Team Ontario, and being part of a team, you guys did amazing. And I think you took all the trophies too, the Nordor Cup and
the Nordor and the Canada Cup.
Yeah, the Canada Cup. So
yeah.
So moving into the adult program, tell us about that transition going from youth to adults.
That is a lot harder. I can tell you that because the adults can hit their doubles a lot quicker than a youth can. Don't get me wrong, a lot of youth can shoot really good, but these adults, you might be able to hit 100, 180 and go down, but they'll hit 60s, go down and hit the double the first dart. They're there's some good shots in the adults, and they don't take me lightly, or even Dylan. A new youth or a youth coming up to adults that won in the past, they're just out to beat us and say, no, these kids aren't good. They're not what they used to be. They just want to beat us. But it's a lot harder than youth.
Yeah, it definitely works both ways. The adults don't want to lose to you, and you want to beat the adults.
Yep, they definitely do not want to lose to us, but it happens sometimes.
Yeah. So have you played the adult Darts Ontario zone shoots and provincials, and what other highlights as an adult player now?
Making it through zones was actually, I was really excited when I made it through zones, because our zone's it's not easy to get through. And it was a challenge for me to even get through that. And then in provincials, the second year, I made it to Sunday into the round robin, and I had a chance to make it to the knockout, but I didn't. But no, that was pretty exciting to make it to the Sunday for adults. It felt like youth again, not making it, then making it to the Sunday, and then hopefully making the team the next year.
So in the game of darts, you really have to become an expert at calculating in your head. How have you been able to do this for your own game and knowing what to shoot for each time?
Ever since I was like 12, my uncle Bruce was pretty keen on doubles, knowing your math and your outs. So we started with an out card, and I learned from there, and I would just go from there. And then eventually I would play so much and practice so much, I memorized all the outs, because I would just constantly go through them. I would write all the outs on the board, and I would keep going through them until I hit them. And then I just finally memorized them. And now when I get up to the line, I know exactly what I'm shooting for.
That's good, because you need to know that. We may be able to shoot well, but if you don't know what to shoot for, we're in trouble.
Yep, that's a big issue if you don't know what to shoot for.
So who were some of your biggest supporters? Of course, Bruce, you mentioned as you competed in youth and today's darts as well.
Bruce, my mom, my dad, they really support me. Even actually Braden Hall lately, he's been talking to me because I haven't been shooting the best, and he's actually been helping me through it a little bit. So it's been nice. So.
And did you play any other sports as a youth?
I pretty much just played darts and football. Just football, yeah.
So what hobbies do you have today besides darts and working, of course?
Not too much, honestly. I just really play darts and play Fortnite on my Xbox. That's about it.
So tell us about your online darts experience.
It's different playing in your room with no one around you and having to call out your scores and look at people's darts through a little phone to see if it's in or not. It's a lot different than playing in person. It's a lot of people try and cheat. A lot of people get mad at you. A lot of people like to yell at you. It's weird.
Well, we don't like to hear that, and we hope that everyone's being honest. And we really need to show your opponent your darts. If it's a triple, just kind of bend that dart back so they can actually see it.
A lot of people, that's not for mostly all the kids around here, like all the youth I played have been good. It's more people from over the country, like in Netherlands, all those guys, Scotland, they've been the worst, but everyone around here has been great.
Well, that's good to hear. And hopefully we can just play right and have great sportsmanship. And, if you're not standing on the line, I don't know if that's really an advantage or a disadvantage if you're not standing on the line.
Yeah, I don't know if it helps you or makes you worse. I don't know why people would stand further or closer. I just stand at the line and just be honest.
Well, that's what you're used to, right? So don't mess your game up.
Yeah, and a lot of people are trying, but I don't think it helps them.
Now, do you have a favorite opponent you'd love to play against? And if there's one player in the world you'd love to play, who would that be?
I'd like to play Jeff Smith. I've never played him before, and I know he's a great shot, and I just like to give it a go.
Nice. And I'm sure you love playing against some of the players you played as a youth player. A lot of memories there.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot.
So are you currently in any leagues right now? I know during COVID, there's not many leagues, but are you playing an online league or in person?
I was playing an in-person league, but it ended up turning into an online league. So I'm just playing one league, and I just finished the CDC Youth League. I finished 6th. I didn't do the best, but I tried. Huh.
Yeah. So what are your goals for the new season if let's just say COVID goes away, and how will you work towards those goals?
I'm gonna get back to practicing my doubles a lot again because that's what I've been struggling on, and finishing darts. Like if I'm at 53 with 2 darts left, I need to hit that 13 to give me at least 1 dart, and I'm missing that shot a lot, the setup dart. So that's really hurting me. But I'll get back to my main practice on doubles, play 121, and hopefully that helps.
Well, one more question before we wrap this up. What advice would you give the youth today as they're looking to, follow your footsteps and get on the stage and maybe get to nationals?
Just keep your head up. Honestly, you can do it. Practice helps a lot. That's the one thing I will say. And keep your head up. Don't worry about who you're playing. Doesn't matter if they're the best in Canada, the best in the world. Throw your darts. Everyone misses a dart. Just take your advantage and go with it.
That's some great advice. Denver, I really appreciate you coming on to do this episode, and we wish you all the best in reaching your goals. Hopefully we see you at some tournaments and of course the adult provincials next year.
Yep, that'd be great. I hope COVID goes away so that happens. But
exactly. So you have a great day then. We'll talk to you soon.
Yep. Thanks for having me on, Shawn.
You're welcome. Bye now. Bye. That was great talking to Denver Jones. Great talking to these players that used to play youth and all their stories going to nationals and the great times they've had and the people they've met. Thank you so much, Denver, for doing this. And make sure you go to our website at www.dartsontario.ca to find out more information about our organization. Also, go to the Darts Ontario Facebook page and hit like so you get all the updates. Are you a current or former youth player in the Darts Ontario organization? If you'd like to be on one of our episodes, please email me at youth@dartsontario.com. This is Shawn Irwin, your Youth Director of Darts Ontario, and make sure you check out our next interview on episode 33 of Darts Ontario, Let's Talk Darts. Thank you for watching and see you next time.